Next on Channel 8 Eyewitness News, live at 6:30, our recent rain did not help the valley's drought situation. Officials are still asking you to conserve. Plus, former President Bill Clinton and a young golfing phenom are in the valley raising money for Hurricane Katrina relief efforts.
The countdown to Halloween is on and many places are ready to go. We'll tell you what you need to know to keep your trick-or-treaters safe coming up in a live report.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Colleen May. The drought continues here in southern Nevada, and officials are still asking you to cut back. Here is the very latest. Southern Nevada remains in a drought alert stage. Officials say one reason is because of low water levels at Lake Mead. Right now, it's at 59% capacity, which is down compared to 5 years ago. There are, though, ways that you can help out. Officials say the average household can conserve 600 gallons of water by simply turning off their sprinkler system when it rains. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Lindsay Patterson joins us live from near Rainbow and Desert Inn with one more thing you can do to help cut back. Lindsay.
Good evening, Colleen. One thing that you can do to help cut back is set back your irrigation clock. As you can see, the time is set back on that one. It says 6:29 there. That will keep you on schedule with your watering, something officials say is important.
The system is back in the corner, but all it sprinkles is the roses.
Homeowners across the valley were looking for this today, their irrigation clock that controls their sprinkler system.
We did the Las Vegas Valley Water Authority's program.
Deborah Stouts is doing her part. She converted her yard to desert landscaping, saving hundreds of gallons of water each year.
This is a great time of year to take out grass that you're not using and replace it with water smart landscaping.
But we don't do any grass. We're letting all of the grass die.
I think every yard should be desert landscaped.
But for the yard that is left, watering restrictions will tighten this week, limiting watering to one assigned day per week.
During November through February, your plants can really survive on just one watering per week.
We're okay with that. We do have greenery in the back, so we'll watch it.
By watching how much water you're using and when you are using it, you can make a difference.
But about 2/3 of the water that you use at home is actually used outdoors for your landscaping.
And by reducing the amount of landscaping, these homeowners are left with a beautiful yard and a lot more water.
I'm with the program.
The water restrictions are only limited to sprinklers. You can water your lawn by hand any day of the week. But if you are using sprinklers, you need to stick to your day. If you do not, the first offense can bring you a $40 fine, and if you let it happen again, it could be an $80 fine. The fines continue to go up from there. Reporting live, I'm Lindsay Patterson, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
Thanks very much, Lindsay. Here's a look at the winter watering schedule that goes into effect this Tuesday. Of course, as Lindsay mentioned, there is no watering on Sunday. To find out which watering group you're in, which letter you're in, and how you can earn money for converting your yard to desert landscaping, log on to our website, KLAStv.com. Nevada Senator Harry Reid is speaking out about the CIA leak investigation, and he wants President Bush to apologize. On Friday, Louis Scooter Libby was indicted by a federal grand jury in connection with the leak of a CIA agent's name. Libby resigned as the vice president's chief of staff that very same day. Well, Karl Rove, the president's top political advisor, was not indicted, but he remains under scrutiny. Today, Senator Reid called for two things: an apology and Rove's resignation.
He should apologize. The vice president should apologize. They should come clean with the American public. I think Karl Rove should step down. Here is a man who the president said if he was involved, if anyone in the administration was involved.
The prosecutor in this case has said that the investigation is not over. Valerie Plame Wilson is the CIA agent whose name was leaked to the press. Before that, she had kept her occupation and identity a secret for 18 years. Tonight, her husband Joe Wilson is speaking out about the very day his wife found out she had been exposed.
She felt like she'd been hit in the stomach. It took her breath away. She recovered quickly because, of course, you don't do what she did for a living without understanding stress.
You can watch the rest of this interview tonight on 60 Minutes. It starts right after this newscast here on Channel 8 at 7 o'clock. Former President Bill Clinton says Nevada can help change the nation's economy by serving as a role model. Mr. was a keynote speaker last night at the Nevada Development Authority's annual meeting at the Bellagio. Mr. Clinton made several suggestions for economic improvement, including creating more jobs for the poor and diversifying the economy. He also applauded Nevada as the fastest growing state in the country, and he said other states should take notice.
So the country as a whole has to do what you're thinking of doing in Nevada. Good, we got the gaming industry, but what are we going to do in education? What are we going to do in healthcare? What are we going to do in other areas?
During his 2-hour speech, the 42nd president also talked about the war in Iraq, calling it a very delicate issue right now. Mr. Clinton also took some time out today to fundraise for Hurricane Katrina. He met with pro golfer Michelle Wie this morning at the Southern Highlands Golf Club. 16-year-old Wie went pro a few weeks ago, and that's when she committed to making this $500,000 donation. The money will go to the Bush-Clinton Katrina Fund. Clark County's Hurricane Help Center will close at the end of next month. The center's been providing assistance to those displaced by Hurricane Katrina, but since the number of people coming in has dropped off in the past couple of weeks, the site plans to begin to scale back.
Starting the 1st of November, some of the agencies will be working directly out of their normal offices, such as Welfare, Health District, the American Red Cross will be working directly out of our offices.
In the wake of Hurricane Katrina, the center has helped more than 4,500 people. Police are searching for suspects after a deadly shooting. Authorities say that 2 men went into a home last night on G Street, just north of Owens, and shot 3 people. A 17-year-old died at the scene. 2 other victims were treated at UMC. They are expected to be okay. Police believe the suspects left the scene in a silver Impala. Parents and kids are gearing up for Halloween tomorrow. Families are busy preparing their costumes for a night of trick-or-treating, but there are some things that you should be aware of to make sure the night will be a safe one. Eyewitness News reporter Adrian Ramblo joins us live from Henderson with the story. Adrian?
Colleen, it should be a great night for the kids tomorrow night, and here's the reason why. They're going to be able to trick-or-treat at homes just like this one. This is an award winner. You can see the front lawn is decorated like a cemetery. The ghosts in the windows over there. There's a massive spider web with spiders coming down from the trees, fog machine, sound effects, the works. And while tomorrow night is all about fun, parents should be aware of some safety concerns, including traffic safety and the presence of sexual predators.
She knows the hat's coming.
Families like the Thills are spending tonight getting their little ones ready for the big day tomorrow. It'll be Tatum Thill's first Halloween where she can walk around on her own and trick or treat, meaning her parents are going to hold her hand to make sure there are no accidents. But there's more.
Well, I just know how protective my parents were when I was little going out trick or treating, and they inspected all the wrappers and would only allow me to accept wrapped candy. So I think that's just something that my parents instilled in me. I want to make sure that at least I get her thinking about it.
With so many kids sure to be running around on potentially dark streets, authorities are concerned about traffic accidents.
Make sure the kids have a light with them, make sure they have something that's reflective, make sure they don't have totally dark costumes, and reinforce all the rules with them before they go out.
Sexual predators are a concern as well. There are more than 3,500 registered in the Las Vegas area. State agencies have contacted some of them and warned them not to decorate their homes or answer their doors. Authorities will even go out on Halloween night and visit offenders' homes. It is a night that should be fun, but will be tempered with caution. Now, oftentimes, sexual predators know their victims. It's not a case of a complete stranger going out and committing the crime, which is why authorities suggest that parents or teenagers always accompany trick-or-treaters. Reporting live, I'm Adrian Arambulo, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
That ghost just keeps on popping up. Thanks, Adrian. There are several safe trick-or-treating events happening all around town. For a complete list, log on to our website, KLASTV.com. And let's talk about what's really important. What's the weather going to be like for tomorrow night?
That is huge, Colleen.
Yeah, it is important.
Everyone wants to know what the weather's going to be like, right? Well, once the sun goes down, things are going to cool down into probably the lower 70s to even upper 60s. Outside right now, temperatures mainly in the mid-60s throughout many valley neighborhoods here from the east side, the west side, the low 60s right now. Similar time, we'll probably see around this, maybe just a touch warmer, 61 degrees for a high, or for our current temperature for tomorrow, actually. Here's your Halloween forecast now. You'll notice it is going to be rather spooky in some neighborhoods. We're looking for a high, or the temperature about 70 degrees, about 6 p.m. Creepily clear with light, eerie winds in the forecast too. And it looks like for the rest of the week, things look pretty good. We'll tell you about that and how they shape up coming up in your neighborhood forecast here on Channel 8.
Thanks, Ted. We'll see you then. She made history nearly 50 years ago, and now in death, she's doing it again. We'll explain and take you live to services for Rosa Parks. Plus, he's Nevada's Attorney General now, but tomorrow he'll be a federal court judge. And it's homecoming week at UNLV coming up in sports. Chris Matthews will have on the preparations underway at UNLV.
This portion of Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Spanish View Tower Homes. Sky Witness 8 traffic is brought to you by Centex Homes. We're there for you with homes up to 7 bedrooms.
At this hour, Americans are saying a proper goodbye to the woman who sparked the civil rights movement. The body of Rosa Parks is now at the U.S. Capitol, where it will lie in honor tonight. You're looking at live pictures from Washington, D.C. Parks became a civil rights pioneer nearly 50 years ago when she refused to give up her bus seat to a white passenger.
I think I can quite honestly say that without Mrs. Parks, I would probably not be standing here today as Secretary of State.
Parks died at the age of 92. She is the first woman to lie in honor at the U.S. Capitol and the second African American. Nevada Attorney General Brian Sandoval will soon officially be a U.S. District Court judge. Sandoval will be sworn in tomorrow in Reno. He was confirmed by the Senate last week. Sandoval will fill the vacancy left by District Judge Howard McKibben, who is going on senior status. Governor Kenny Gwinn has named Las Vegas Attorney George Chanos as Sandoval's replacement. Well, family and friends are eagerly awaiting the arrival of 130 members of the Nevada Army National Guard. Those guardsmen are coming home after serving more than a year in Iraq. This is video of them leaving in August of 2004. The unit is headquartered in Henderson. While overseas, the soldiers were based in Kuwait. They drove cargo, ammunition, and other equipment to and from Iraq. Well, the hurricane season remains a busy one. The latest Hurricane Beta may now be gone, but not before making landfall and dumping 15 inches of rain. We'll have the very latest. Here in southern Nevada, it is a beautiful, cool Sunday night. Ted Flerndo has a look at the weather in your neighborhood coming up.
You're watching Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 6:30. It's not just news, it's Eyewitness News.
Hurricane Beta has been downgraded to a tropical storm, but not before it slammed into Nicaragua's Caribbean coast. That storm made landfall as a Category 2 hurricane with winds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Beta also dumped about 15 inches of rain in several areas. These are pictures of damage on a Colombian island that was hit on Saturday. There are no reported deaths, but several people were injured. Forecasters say the storm is not expected to hit the U.S. It's been 6 days since Hurricane Wilma slammed into southern Florida. Today, the state's agriculture commissioners said that farmers are facing some major losses. Trees were destroyed and many crops were damaged. The commissioner says this is the worst damage that he's ever seen, and he believes the damages will be more than $1 billion. It's beginning to look a lot like winter in the Northeast. The first snowfall of the season has covered Boston, Massachusetts. Temperatures fell into the 30s overnight, and some areas saw up to 2 inches of snow. Forecasters say it should warm up the next few days, and the snow should be gone just in time for trick-or-treaters to hit the neighborhoods.
Snow in Beantown.
Yeah.
No snow here. We're okay.
No, it looks like trick-or-treaters are going to be just fine tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. When the sun goes down, probably 70s, but otherwise, I'm sure all the kids will be bundled up, ready to go for tomorrow.
It is getting cooler in the morning, you can tell, and even at night, it's feels like it's coming down.
Yeah, especially with, now that we had to go back in time as far as the fall back the clocks, Colleen. By 5 o'clock, it's going to start getting dark throughout most of the area. Here's a look right now on our camera on top of the Rio. A nice evening indeed. Lake Mead. Hey, beautiful down there earlier today. We had nice calm winds along the lakes. You can see not much wake there, but the skies were blue. Lots of people heading out and about on the lake for our real-time weather conditions on Warm Springs and Pecos. 59 right now. No wind being reported. Mojave and Bonanza, 65 degrees. We're about 5 there. We got to a high of 80 degrees out there at Mojave and Bonanza. The highs today mainly in the mid to upper 70s, just a touch above yesterday's. 77 for Sahara and Nellis, and the west side about 73 degrees on DI and 215 there. 77 for Lake Mead, and Prump came in about 74. This is your top temperature at McCarran for the day today. Got to 75. Just a hair above our average. 55 was our overnight low, 5 above our average low for this time of the year. Meanwhile, the snow now starting to subside a little right about here in the Rockies. We're staying nice and dry. Rain moving into the Pacific Northwest, specifically into Oregon there. We'll stay dry as that high pressure settles in place and keeps things nice and warm for us by the afternoon on the early part of the week. Sunny and cool for your morning forecast for the bus stop. 7 a.m. about 56 degrees. Those of you headed to work about 59 by 8 a.m. Give it an A-4 tomorrow. So let's head to those neighborhoods right now and show you your neighborhood forecast. This time, our first stop, North Las Vegas, where temperatures about 75 degrees, mild and sunny there with winds about 5 to 10 from the northeast. Just a little bit of a breeze. South Valley now around Southern Highlands, 76. Sunny there as well, winds about 5 to 10 also from the northeast. Down to Lake Mead, we could get some afternoon breezes there, anywhere from 10 to 20, but otherwise plenty of sunshine. A touch warmer like we're used to in Lake Mead, about 82 degrees to top things off for the afternoon. Tonight, 53 degrees, clear and cool. Plenty of stars tonight, and then tomorrow 76, sunny skies with winds about 5 to 10. So we'll be about just a few degrees above our average for this time of the year for Monday and Tuesday. And man, we're going to shoot those up to about 77 by Wednesday, but partly cloudy skies start to encroach Wednesday through Friday. Not looking for any rain. Most of that will be in northern Nevada, and we're back to more sunshine Saturday and Sunday. But I got to tell you, Monday looks great for this time of the year for everyone trick-or-treating. Got the candy bowl ready to go. Just wait for the kids to come over.
Oh, they'll be there. Don't you worry.
Encroachment, little
football
term. Yeah,
that's right. I did that for you.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that word in just a second. Thanks, Chris. Well, tomorrow marks Nevada's 141st birthday. You're not on camera yet. You will be in just a second. But many,
my turn.
You're going to have your turn in a second. Many celebrated Nevada Day over the weekend. Officials say about 30,000 people showed up in Carson City yesterday for the Nevada Day Parade. The state has recognized October 31st as a state holiday since 1938. You're sitting here laughing.
Now where's Ted?
Yeah, Ted's gone. Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah,
We're talking about the football.
Sports.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, painful to watch me and the Packers. If you're a Green Bay fan, you're probably feeling kind of blue right now. Some more surprises, a few upsets we'll highlight and roll through the league. And it's time to cook the Cougars. That's what UNLV is saying. Sports is coming up next. Raiders playing on the road in Nashville. Titans having trouble protecting Steve McNair. Oakland comes up with 6 sacks on the day. This one leads to a Raider touchdown. Oakland looking for its 3rd and 4 tries, taken out of the 4th. It's a 2-point game. Kerry Collins looking over the middle, finds Porter. Collins threw 3 touchdowns. They got their first road win of the season, winning 34-25. Well, earlier this year, the Bears blasted the Lions. Now look at this. The ball ruled incomplete. Lions didn't think so. They pick it up. They're running it back, but it was called dead. That didn't sit well with fans in Detroit. This one goes into overtime. Here's the gift of the day. Jeff Garcia throws across his body, picked off by Charles Tillman. Bears have won 3 in a row. 19-13, your final. Another rivalry is the Giants hosted the Redskins. Big division battle in East Rutherford. Giants were awesome on defense. 5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. And check out the score. Giants beating up on the Skins. Tiki Barber ran for a career-high 206 yards and that touchdown. It was an impressive showing for New York, winning 36-0. It was the Giants' first shutout since 1998. Rams jumped on the back of former El Dorado High star Steven Jackson. He ran over, through, and past the Jaguars. Jackson had 179 yards rushing, scored the winning touchdown in the catch and run there. St. Louis wins 24-21 to even its record now at 4-4. Packers and Bengals, Chad Johnson working the officials in a good way. Terrible game for Brett Favre. He was picked off 5 times. That's a regular season high, career high for Favre. Check out the play here. A crazy fan runs out on the field, steals the ball from Brett Favre. The guy ran around for several minutes, and boy, this is how bad it was for the Packers today. Brett Favre just past the line, throws it underhand. Ugly game. Pack fall to 1-6. Bengals win it 24. Make that 21-14. Cowboys shoot down the Cardinals. We check out the scores. And look at this. The Niners shock the Buccaneers. Texans trip the Browns. The Panthers pound the Vikings. Dolphins destroy the Saints. And the Chargers cage the Chiefs. Broncos beat up on the Eagles. And the Bills beating the Pats right now in the second. Well, usually you try to schedule a patsy for homecoming. UNLV doesn't have a choice this year. They've got BYU coming up, homecoming Saturday. Last time the Cougars played in Las Vegas, they beat the Rebs 27-20 in overtime. We'll see who's hitting this weekend.
I love playing at noon. I love playing day games. You know, I mean, I like playing anytime, but it's nice to be playing a day game. Nice to be on TV, and it's a great, the whole deal that, you know, one team in blue, one team in red, and all those kind of things are exciting. And obviously BYU has a great tradition, and we're excited about playing them.
Kickoff for homecoming, noon. Lem Banker telling us tonight that BYU is favored by 12. Latest AP poll has USC on top, followed by Texas, then Virginia Tech, Alabama, and Miami. Second 5, LSU, Notre Dame, Florida State, Penn State. The Nittany Lions back in the top 10, and the lone Mountain West team, TCU, remains at number 20. Nextel Cup drivers in Atlanta for the MNBA 500. Looking forward to those 325 laps around the mile-and-a-half oval. Well, it's now official. Kurt Busch will not win back-to-back Nextel title. Chances went up in smoke today. Not a real good day for him. Some drivers just trying to jockey around, and Carl Edwards takes the checkered flag. Tony Stewart maintains his overall lead for the chase for the championship. Final round of the Chrysler Championship, $954,000 to the winner. Davis Love shoots himself out of contention with a 76. On to the 12th we go, and that is former UNLV Rebel Chad Campbell. His approach looking good. His charge in the back nine included 5 birdies. Campbell's approach sets up one of those. He finished second with today's 67, but couldn't catch Carl Peterson, who didn't blister the course. Great to win. When you par 18, that's good enough for your first PGA Tour win. Campbell won $500,000, by the way, for a second-place finish.
That's a great win.
Not bad at all.
Thanks, Chris.
You bet.
Coming up tonight on Channel 8 Eyewitness News Live at 11, we have several important tips that you should keep in mind before you and your little ones hit the streets tomorrow for your Halloween treats. Plus, a special Nevada Day celebration honors the men and women of the U.S. military who lost their lives in the Middle East. And thousands of people turn out for the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup soccer tournament. We've got a look at this international event. These stories plus all your late breaking news tonight at 11 o'clock. Finally, this half hour, kids are not the only ones who get dressed up for this Halloween. More than 100 pets and their owners put on their best costumes for a parade in Chicago today. There was even a costume contest and a post-parade party. The event aimed to raise money for animal welfare. All of the proceeds from today's event will go to the nonprofit organization Pets Are Worth Saving Too, otherwise known as PAWS. Ted Florida joins us with a final look of our weather forecast.
Nice cool night tonight. Temperatures dropping probably in mid-50s across the area. Should be clear though, and winds should also stay on the light side, 53 degrees to be exact. Winds from the north about 5 to 10. Tomorrow, high of 76 degrees, sunny skies. Our average is 73, so we're a touch above average. I'd say by the time kids start heading out, maybe about the upper 60s, 70 degrees as kids are out collecting all that candy. More details tonight at 11. What do you say?
Thanks very much, Ted. Stay tuned. 60 Minutes is next. We'll see you back here tonight on Eyewitness News, live at 11. Have a great one.